Hey, my name is Bobby Austin, and this is our project. Our project topic was decreasing racial disparity in participation in golf. Throughout the history of the sport of golf, golf has been played by mostly Caucasian individuals. For example, a fact that studies have shown is that almost 80% of golfers in America are Caucasian. Over the last 2 decades, it has been a goal of the Professional Golfers Association, what we will refer to as the PGA, to decrease racial disparity and get more minorities involved with the game. The PGA has made strides to decrease racial disparity in the game by adding programs to promote the game to those in diverse communities, as well as by hosting inclusiveness symposiums with other major sports organizations. Programs such as Golf 2020 have been formed in order to increase the participation by racial minorities in the game. And the PGA has made attempts to increase participation by minorities by making a rule that if you're a course and want to host a PGA event, that you must have a diverse and an open membership list. So the PGA will continue and does continue to reach its goals of decreasing racial disparity in golf participation, and could continue to do so even more by taking the recommendations listed to the right.
How you doing? I'm Evan Styler, and today I'll be sharing a few of our facts with you. To begin, it should be noted that despite popular belief, studies have shown that 3.5 million African American youths are currently participating in the game of golf, a number that is continuing to rise and is quite encouraging for those looking to promote racial diversity in the game. In addition, it should also be noted that 13.7% of the country's Asian demographic, 7% of the black demographic, and 5% of its Latino demographic are currently playing the game. About 8% of the American population claim to be amateur golfers, and they come from various socioeconomic backgrounds and ethnicities. Now I'd like to pass it over to my group member, Patrick, to share the rest of our facts with you.
Hello, I'm Patrick Mosier. I'm going to talk about some of the organizations that are helping to decrease the racial disparity in golf. So, going off of what Evan said, there's an organization called Women of Color Golf, where 95% of those women have been African American that have been playing since 2013 when they founded. And one organization that I worked with this summer, Get Golf Ready, is they go around to different communities, whether it be a school, a community center, really anywhere, and they just kind of spark interest in golf, and they can either start memberships at different clubs and just kind of get people playing, get people practicing, and just getting people outside. And in that organization, about 24% of their participants have been minorities. And I'm going to pass it on to
Hi, I'm Kayla Roberts, and I'm going to run through some of the recommendations with you. Our first recommendation is to lower pricing for greens fees. They can get kind of pricey, and by lowering them, it will attract more people, which will open the diversity. Another recommendation is to set up certain events every month that allow for different people in the community to come together. A third recommendation is for local courses near schools to set up events to teach young children to golf like after school. And now I will pass it off to Matt.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Matthew Campbell, and I'm going to be sharing the last 3 recommendations with you. For our first one, we have to have golf courses raise funds to provide minorities with the opportunity to receive golfing scholarships, depending on their academic careers, if they would like to do something in the golf field. These scholarships can be raised through golf tournaments or through a board that the business has elected. Our next one is having an open club membership roster to people of all races. This goes back to where PGA only hosts events that have a diverse membership roster. So this can get more clubs to open up their roster to allow more diversity within them. And our last one is to allow jobs for minorities that expand their knowledge from the way golf is played, and also on the management side. Two things that they have is a 10-week paid internship with the PGA Tour where you learn the management side of the job, and also a 12-week internship that is offered by Nike Golf that lets you learn the different diversities within the sport of golf.
If you noticed the familiar face on our slideshow, that's because you did. It's Tiger Woods, and he's probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous golfer of all time. Tiger Woods was featured on our presentation poster because of his race. Tiger's mother was a mixture of white and Asian, and his father was African American. Believe it or not, Tiger has made a great impact on decreasing racial disparity in participation in golf and increasing the number of African Americans and other races that participate in the game.
So that was our group's presentation on decreasing racial disparity in golf. We talked about some facts and different recommendations.